Hi. What if every home, not just the expensive ones, was energy efficient, safe by design, and future ready? Not a luxury, a standard. Hello everyone, I'm Marcin from Poland, Krakow. And I'm here today to tell you a little bit of my experience of building homes, building villages, neighborhoods, and building companies that can build homes at the mass scale. I grew up in Poland. In 1990s, when you wanted to build a house, you had to do it yourself, brick by brick, wall by wall, all European way. And I didn't just see it, I built with my father 3 of those. And I hated it. And I swore never again. But life has a sense of humor. So to pay for my studies, I spent summers in the United States in construction sites, working 12 hours a day in a heat, learning the American way of building, timber frame. So I've seen this both system up close, American, fast but fragile, and European, slow but robust. And I kept thinking, is there a better way of building a better product? After graduating from my university with the degree in industrial management, I built my first project, 40 units multifamily underground car park. And over the years, we built a couple thousand homes and several companies across the way just to build more efficiently, and each of these companies focusing on another part of the puzzle, how to build homes and apartments of the future. And we kept building apartments and homes until 8 years ago, I was on a trip to buy another project, and for some reason I visited this prefab home manufacturing company. I walked in expecting a quick tour, and I walked out with a mission. What I saw that day was a company that in 1970s used to produce 4,000 apartments a year. This industry, home manufacturing in Poland in 1970s, 1980s, built millions of homes. Prefab home manufacturing, concrete home manufacturing, has its issues back then. The issue was basically the quality. But what I saw that day 8 years ago was completely different. It was precision, it was multi-layered, prefabricated walls. I was immediately sold to this idea, and we bought that company. We've been working on R&D for years, and the system we developed is very simple, yet brilliant. At the design stage, you divide the building into elements. It could be a single-family home like this one, or multifamily building. These elements are walls, ceilings, panels. These elements are produced in a factory, shipped by lorries to the construction sites, and assembled. 2,000 square meter single-family home assembled in 2 days. Sorry. Multifamily block of flats, 5 apartments, 1 story, just in a week. And it requires only 4 people, assembly team on site. So since that day we bought the factory, we focused on moving the construction sites to the factory. But what I realized, the factories, although they are incredible, they are hungry beasts. They need the constant flow of projects. And only permitted projects becomes walls, ceilings, stairs, something that factory can actually produce. So we had to focus on something to feed the factory. We started buying land, and we started building villages and neighborhoods. But even that wasn't enough. So what we had to create is the system that can feed itself. So we started working with the local builders, small, medium-sized builders, to create something we call today the extended factory. The builder that used to build 5 homes a year with our system can now build 50. Some of these builders, they can now assemble 100 homes a year, and they used to do only 5. Someone watching one of these builders recently After only 2 days of training, assembling single-family home in 2 days with a simple manual and our supervision, called this model the IKEA for homes, but please don't quote me on that one. Builders wasn't enough. We had to create the catalog of standard home, the collection of homes, just to sell homes like cars. If each of these homes can be picked up by a private individual client, goes to our website, it's configurable, they can configure, change the layouts, and it's going to be produced in our factory and delivered to the site, turnkey, and it all happens within 90 days from permitting. This is how our configurator works, and that's a perfect tool for both individual clients and builders who work together, and these drawings will be sent to the factory. It's an automated process. So, fast forward today, I believe the successful, scalable home building, home manufacturing business should be based on 4 pillars. First one is resilient, future-ready construction materials. In our case, it's reinforced concrete. Reinforced concrete with integrated insulation with fiberglass to prevent thermal bridging. This is what we produce in our factories. The second pillar of scalable home manufacturing is this extended factory network of builders who work with you. You don't have them on payroll, but they extend your factory and they help with your pipeline. Thanks to this approach, we end up with energy efficient, future-ready homes and apartments. We've developed this business in Poland. Today we produce approximately 3,000 apartments and homes a year. Now we are scaling into the United States. I am happy to share with whoever is interested our ideas, our solutions, how to make resilient, future-ready homes accessible, not only for clients with the big pockets, but for every client, because this is what our system enable. It makes future-ready, resilient, and safe homes not a luxury, but a standard in every segment.